I just noticed that our navigators are doing a free lecture right now on Let's Go Help. I'm sorry, but I won't be long. Maybe you could catch both of us, and they'll be still going after I finish, because I got about 20 minutes worth. But it's been a busy holiday. And we're busy here, just trying to educate people about this stuff. I mean, and I've been doing a lot of data searching. In other words, trying to get statistics and information about what's going on, because we all just live, just sort of hand to mouth and causing, fixing the problem of the day, and try to get an overview so we understand exactly what is out there, and why and where, and how to use all this stuff that's out there that people don't know about. And see, because the rich people know this, and that's what I'm trying to educate the rest of the population about, what the government is all about. Now, right or wrong, I'm not here to say anything in the government is right or anything is the government wrong. I just want to explain the reality. And I've been doing this for 50 years because I found out that the rich people use the hell out of the government, man. And then they complain that the government's giving away money. Well, they're giving away money to them more than anybody else. That's what I can't understand. If you want to change the government from giving out so much money, well, stop taking it. It's simple. And if you're complaining about one hand and taking it with the other and shoving it down your face, I mean, that's just hypocritical. And you're hurting, I believe, the people who really need it. Why do rich people need government money? I mean, if they're so smart and so aggressive, why do they need the government to help them? I don't understand. And I guess I never will, because these things don't change overnight. Or, a bolt of lightning doesn't hit everybody at the same time. Oh yeah, we're gonna change our habits. No, man, it takes a lifetime to stop biting your nails. So people aren't gonna change their habits because one person said it's stupid. We all do stupid things every day and keep doing them. We're not immune from stupidness. So we're all stupid. And we're all hypocrites. But I'm just here to sort of explain what I see as reality. And after studying this for 50 years, I think I have some gravitas about what it is. Because people see just a little thing. It's sort of like the elephant in the tent. The blind people feel an elephant and they just feel the trunk. Oh, this is a big snake or whatever. No, it's an elephant. Yeah, it's not a snake. You're only looking at one part. And it's important that we understand, particularly people need help. You need help with financial problems. You need help that your life isn't going anywhere. Well, that's what. Listen to that. Okay, here. I mean, you've seen me say this before. 40% of everything in our economy is there to help you. They help you. They don't take money from you. They help you. They help you. 40%. Now, I didn't decide this. You didn't decide this. Somehow, as a community, 200 years ago, we got on our path of doing this. Now, you don't get off that path immediately. And so that's there. And if you have problems now, don't worry about 10 years from now. If you have problems now, don't worry about the future of America. You got to worry about the future of you. Because if you're not, strong and contribute, then America can't do shit. We all have to be strong and be able to contribute here. And we seem to be giving more effort to the people who already are living very well, thank you. And I mean, how the hell can we be the poorest country in the developed world? Not in the whole world, but in the developed world, the rich world. There's about 30 countries that are called developed. So they already developed. They're out of the poor stuff. And we have more poor people in our country than any other developed country in the world. Not the underdeveloped. So nobody in Africa is in this list. And low income, in the Middle East or whatever. No, they're not there. But the rich people are. And there's 30 of them. So why do we have 17% 20% of poverty rate, and Mexico only has like 15%, or Spain only has 15%, or Canada only has 10%. Want to go to Canada? Or the average for all developed countries, listen, the average of all developed country is like 11%, and we're at 17.5%. Man, we're almost double the average. How do we put up with that? And we also create more millionaires than anybody else. Now, that's why I mean that we're helping all the rich people to get richer, and the people who are struggling and trying to make a way in life are not. This is why we're angry at the polls or whatever. Now, there's another thing I want to show you here. I mean, the economy keeps growing. It's not like the economy doesn't keep growing. The economy keeps growing. And here's the chart of the economy growing. Okay, so back in 1950, that's when things started to change, tell you the truth, 1980. That's about when I was out of college and out of the war and starting my career, more or less, about that. So 50 years later, look at how much we've grown, from 5 trillion economy to 25 trillion. Okay, but look at in the same level, what happened, who got the income in that? Okay, if you go back to 1980, you see the red line up here? That's the bottom 90% of all the workers in this country. They got 70% of all the income America created in 1980. The bottom 90% got 70% of all the income. And the top 10% got 30% of the income. Now, that's not too bad, right? Rich people, man, who the hell knows, okay? So we have to encourage people to do more, right? So that's what capitalism does, okay? But now look at what's happened since then, okay? Now, right, 1980, you had a labor job and you had a house, a summer house and a boat and 2 cars, Now we go forward to 2023. Look what happened to the bottom 90%. The portion of the pie, as America grew, as the pie in America grew like this, going up, 90% of the people in America found their pie shrinking. But guess who got their pie increasing? That's the top 10%. They went from 30% to like 45%. And the top 70% went from 70% to like 55% or whatever. So that's what's happening. People are really hurting. And here's another one. If you look at, this is the income that we create from 80 to 2023. So the green line, again, is the rich people, okay? So back in 80, they got, of all the income, the top 1% of the people got about 5%, 12% of the income, okay? Top 1% got 12%. And then it took off like a rabbit, okay? Now they get 20%. So the top 1% is getting 20% of everything. When back in 1980, they only got 10%. Now, they doubled or tripled or whatever it is. But the bottom 50%, look what happened to them. Boop, they went down the toilet, And that's why I think data is important to understand the frustrations that are going on. So you do something about it. And that's what I'm trying to do. Okay, you're not going to change everything, and maybe at the voting, and eventually things will change. But you have a problem now, and you can't worry about all these numbers or whatever. I just show you that to realize why you're pissed off and why things aren't working. It's not you personally. It's something bigger than you. So what you have to do is learn to use the system we got now to be able to thrive and grow and things like that. That's what you have to be able to do. I mean, there's more than just basic programs. Everybody knows about food stamps or whatever, but actually I got a new listing. A lot of people don't, tell you the truth, in doing this. Now, there's a great listing of, if you go to Single Mother Guide, singlemotherguide.com, singlemotherguide.com. Now, they have a state-by-state listing of all the grants, the main grants. These are just 5 they have about 6 or 7, but the 5 main ones that are in every state give out an average, well, up to $8,000 a month in the 5 basic programs. $8,000 a month. And the income is usually like $30,000, $40,000 is maximum for a lot of these. There may be more, and there's always exceptions. So if you go to one of these basic programs and ask to apply, and they say you make too much money, well, say, hey, you sure there's no exceptions? Because a lot of them, like even for SNAP, the food program, they have exceptions for people making $50,000, $60,000, $70,000, $80,000. Yeah, but it's not in the general information. So that's why you have to bang on people to find out about this stuff. They don't come to you. You have to go and dig into that for sure. And you don't do that doing it on the internet. You do that on the phone. Everything has to be done on the phone if you really want to get the good stuff and learn how to do this. Please, please, please get on that phone. If you're not a member, just go to findhelp.org, okay? Findhelp.org. And say you're hurting for grocery money or something. If you go to findhelp.org, put in your zip code, you'll find 100 or more organizations in your zip code that help with that. Now what you have to do is start calling. You don't look for an application to fill out. Please, please don't look for applications. Look for people who are in the business of helping people like you. You have to talk to people. It's too complicated out there to understand what the hell an application is, if you're eligible or not. No, you have to have navigators. This is a foreign country. You got to get a translator. Otherwise, you're speaking Polish when everybody's speaking Latin. So you got to find a Latin person to help you understand what that stuff really is and how and if you're eligible for that. And the only way you do that is on your phone. If you're not using the phone, you ain't getting shit. I mean, you may get lucky, of course, but please, because there is so much help out there. I mean, it is frustrating. For me, we're a growing country. We got so much goddamn money. We're, of course, in debt up to our ass. But that's another issue. I think because, here's what, to me, is because rich people get them. Look at Elon Musk. Okay, he gave $100 million or more, $150 million, I think, to Trump's campaign. And so he gets on the inside. Why? Because he already got like $6 billion from the government for his businesses. Now, why are we giving a billionaire money to start a business? Crazy. Why aren't they smart enough to, if the market solves everything, why the hell isn't the market doing that, right? If they believe in the market so much. No, they're coming to drain the government because they know it's easier to do that than go to the market. Why invent a product or whatever that the country needs and to get money for that, than if you could talk the government into giving you a couple $2 billion to do that. No, it's easy. I mean, in one person in Washington as a lobbyist could get a hell of a lot more money from you than inventing a new product, getting a sales force together, and all that stuff that they tell the rest of us that's the backbone of America. Well, fuck, no. The backbone of America, people coming and getting free money from the government and then telling everybody else it's bad. I don't know about that, but okay. Here's a sample. And there was a program actually put in by a Democrat, just started last year, and to help poor people pay their utility bills. That was the motive of this part. It's part of the IRA, the big program. It's the energy grants, okay? Okay, so this energy grant program, lower utility bills. Okay, they gave out $8 billion in 2023. They finally just released the data on where the money went. Well, look at the richest 25% of Americans got 65% of the grant money that's given out to people to help them pay their utility bills. So these are people making millions and millions of dollars. Apparently, they're having trouble paying their utility bills. Now, why are we feeling sorry for them? And this is a cartoon, isn't it? But the other part of this, okay, the bottom 25%. The bottom 25%. Okay, the top 25% got 65% of all the money. Okay, that's 5.5 billion. The bottom 25%, that's people making less than $30,000, got 0.001%. Got next to nothing. Now these are the people I would think need help paying their utility bills. They don't pay their utility bills. They're out in the street, right? These people, why do we worry about them? Lobbyists. Lobbyists. I mean, that's the only reason. Maybe you have another answer. But my seat of the pants, back of the envelope thing is lobbyists. Lobbyists. So that's why you have to know about these things. Okay, you start. Where do you start? Okay, you start at getting this listing. What I do is try to find, I try not to reinvent the wheel and do all this stuff. I find who has good stuff that reinvents the wheel or has organized this stuff. See, organize it. Otherwise, you're going to go to Google. The first thing to do is remember what not to do. Okay, the key to success in getting the resources that are available to everybody living in America is realizing what you should not do. You should not go to Google. I mean, Google's great if you have money. If you don't have money, you're never going to find the people that give away money in Google, because Google is capitalism, and what they want to do is get money for other people, and people who want to pay to have their problems solved, they go to Google. So if you don't have money, you can't go to Google, okay? And that's the, Google is the, where was that? Google is the 60%. The 60% of everything in America is Google, okay? So 60% of America is Google. Okay, they're going to want your money, so you don't go together. You got to go to this side of the equation. That's 40%. Now, that's a big chunk of change, I would think. Man, 40% of everything. 40%. That's like if you have $1 and somebody took away the 40%, you only have 60% left, right? So, but you have 40% here. Wow, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, so that's what you want to do. How do you get there? Well, you know, that's what we do, but you don't need us. I mean, there's other ways to do this. And things like, okay, so you want to get to that, what was that? Single mother guide. Yeah, and I have a report here, too, that shows you the total amount of money per month these 4 programs can give you, okay? It says Texas here, after looking at all the data, it says $14,000 a month. Now, I don't know where that comes from, but that sounds way out of the bound. But the highest is Alaska, 18,000, Kansas, 6,000, Montana, 5,000, South Dakota, 5,000, New Hampshire, 5,000, Nevada, 9,000, another 5,000 for Maine. Illinois is almost 5,000. Maryland is 5,000, 4,000 for Wyoming, 4,000 for Wisconsin. California is 4,000. So it goes, I mean, that's it. So you got, $4,000, $5,000, $6,000 a month. That's a monthly income. Okay, I mean, if you're getting $6,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 a month, that's like $60,000 a year, right? That you're making, okay? That's why you know about those first and talk to people. Now, if any of those people, those 4 organizations, now if you go to that list, you have who to contact in each state for each of those programs, okay? So you want to contact us and you call on the phone. Now, when you call on the phone and they mess you around, oh, you're not eligible, and you think you are, okay? Now here's where you go. Okay, if you think you didn't get a square deal from the front office there when you contact, then you contact your elected official. Okay, how do you find out your elected official? You go to commoncause.org. Commoncause.org, and you put in find my representative, okay? And there will be a program, a listing, you put in your zip code, and find representative, comma, choose your state. Okay, no, you want to put find my representative, okay? And that's what you want to do. And when you find your representative, you assign all your elected officials. Okay, do the search bar and find, let's see if this works in the search. Find my representative, okay? In the search bar, okay? Okay, find my representative right there, okay? Then you put in your zip code, 20009, okay? And you put in actually your whole address because so many are split on zip code. So you have your address, you put in your whole address, and you call their offices. Say, hey, I'm getting screwed. And that one office says, oh, hey, lady, we're too busy. Screw you. Okay. Then you call another office. That's it. People are people. You know, you're going to get all kinds of people. Some good, some bad. And you have to keep going ahead and doing that. Okay, I don't want to take too long because Amber is trying to help you start a business, but I have a whole bunch of lists of websites that I put in the chat here. I think I put in the chat. Okay, I guess I didn't. Okay, I'm going to put it in the chat, these websites, so you can get over and listen to Amber because she'll, I think Tammy's there too. They will help you one-on-one to help you get over the, remember, you're learning something new. This is like learning to walk, you know, and you have to learn, you have to fall on your butt a bunch of times to learn to walk. So if you want to do something new, you got to get ready to fall on your butt a couple of times, you know. That's the only way you grow. That's the only way you learn something new. You don't read about it or some expert tell you how to do it and you think you're going to just click off the list, go down the list, I do this. No, you're going to fall on your ass a lot and you have to pick her up and do it. And that's why we have these people like Tammy and Amber that are there to help you. When you have a fall down and help, then we help you again. Okay, get your ass up and try this. You know, that's what you have to do. The only way you're going to learn. You're not going to learn by giving somebody a whole bunch of money and then magic to do this. Now, if you're a millionaire, you can. I used to do that for millionaires and charge them tens of thousands of dollars. But you could do it. It's like riding a bicycle. You learn to use the computer. Well, learn to use the most important thing in our country right now. You may not like it. Doesn't matter. You like it or hate it. You want to change your life, you got to use it. That's the only game in town. Otherwise, you go to Google, you don't have money, and you go out and rob a 7-Eleven to get the money to use Google. No, you don't have to do that. Quit paying tax. Fine. You don't want to pay taxes? Then don't pay taxes. You know, that's the game. You may get caught, may not get caught. I'm not here to tell you this is right or wrong. I'm telling you that these are real programs. You want to use them? Fine. You don't want to use them? Fine. You think it's illegal? Fine. You're welcome. This is America. I could dress like an asshole. Fine. They don't throw me in jail yet. It's coming. I don't know. But that's it. And that's fine. I mean, you want to change the world? Fine. But I would think you want to change your life first. So you're living a little more comfortably, so you have the strength to change the world. Man, because that's going to take a long time, you know, and you need the strength to do that. So that's why. Okay, so all the links are there. Some great information about starting a business. All the programs are there, the links, how much more money. There's even a new program in California where they're giving extra money so you could get a business loan without collateral. They'll put up the collateral and make the loan easier for you to get. And that's in every state doing that. But there's a description there about how that's going on in California. And so you have to find out what it is in your state. And that's what it is. It's all about doing work. It's not going to be easy. If you want easy, you may get lucky, but most likely not. So get in there and do it. What'd you do? So it takes you a couple days. What'd you do the last couple days? You don't know. I don't even know what the hell I did. Yeah. And so time just goes on. So you got to pick out the important thing, and the important thing is for you to get the help you need to solve that debt problem or that job program, whatever. And you just concentrate and keep calling people, talk to people. And then if you're a member, right, go to our live training sessions with Tammy and Amber right now. to help you find out how to get the money and help to start a business. Okay, guys? I don't know where I get this energy from. I just think it's important, and people can. This is a country where really people can really help themselves, but you have to know where to look and how to try. And we don't teach you that. We just teach you how to spend money. And if you don't have money, then you're out of the game. So you have to get back in the game and use these programs if you want. Nobody's going to kill you if you don't use these programs. Just somebody else will get it. Thank you for putting up with me, and I appreciate everything you do. And thank you for members that are loving each other at Let's Go Help. I mean, that is just the nicest thing I've ever seen in my life. I never thought I would have something like this, and I did, and it's by accident. It's not some big, brain thing that I thought about. No, you just keep following your nose, and things fall into place, and things happen, and keep your eyes open. Okay, letsgohelp.com if you're wondering about our loving community. We're there loving each other, trying to help each other through life because we know it's a pain in the ass. Okay, life's a pain in the ass. So there's other people suffering like you are, and that's why we're getting together and help each other, get through this shit. We all got to get through it. We don't have to, right? But don't leave. You could be fun if you find the fun part of you and share that, please.